Okay, guys, I should be live. Hi, and welcome to this live reaction to this unexpected leak, at least for me, of the new Batmobile and Robert Pattinson, of course, in the full costume, but mostly the new Batmobile. So, guys, today is Wednesday, and I was having my Bulgarian stream on Wednesday. I was trying out League of Legends, and everybody were freaking out, saying like, "What are you doing, Gary? Why are you playing this game?" Well, it's a long story why I'm doing it, but the point is, hi, A Gaming, and my dear friend Michael let me know on Twitter in the meantime that this was happening. So yeah, here am I. And hi, Bruce. Hi to you. So, so yeah, guys. Everybody are like after Michael just sending me messages with this, like, Gary, look, and I'm like, something like that. I was so surprised actually by this. So yeah. Okay, let's focus. Focus. I heard some opinions already about this. Of course, I have my own opinion. Duh. Especially when it comes to Batman, who is like my third favorite superhero, you can say. Well, he's one of the main ones, like for sure. And I was, watching this, expecting to see something more. And I'm actually kind of wondering why we see so much of it, really, because it's so freaking early, to this point. But anyway. So you see the pictures on the screen. Of course, you have to not count on this because it's too small for you guys. I'll also bring the pictures in a scale that I can see them better now. But this, of course, is just for reference so you can see what I'm looking at. And hi, dear Ivy. I hope that you can hear me well. Yesterday, I accidentally pushed my mic and it fell on the floor. This new amazing mic, it's so awesome. So I hope it's fine. I really hope it's fine because I cherish that thing. It's very important. Okay, so without further ado, because it's late anyway, my time, let's focus on the first picture, which is for me the first picture is this where we see him from up top, which I'm referring to right there in that angle. I'm going to talk about the butt of the car, but first Batman himself with the car from from that look from above. So let's see what we can see here. Thank you very much, Ivy. I hope it's not too loud, but yeah, I also not uploaded, but downloaded update to my software, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully it works. So again, guys, watch these pictures on your own screens. They are very actually high quality. I mean, they're not like super high 4K, but they're pretty much HD. So at least Matt Reeves managed to upload something that's actually good quality, and on Twitter no less. So first, what do I think about this Batmobile? I mean, the Batmobile itself. I'm already getting some other messages as well. What to tell you guys? I mean, I like it as a car, like literally as a car. Oh, thanks, Ivy. But what, like, I'm not sure, I'm not sure what to think because it's different, it's not what I'm used to. I have to just freaking mute Facebook at the moment. So it's not what I'm used to, but it's cool. I mean, on its own, when you look at it, it's cool. If I compare it to, the Batmobile that we had in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, whatever, I prefer that one. I mean, it looks like the freaking Batmobile, and it was badass, it was strong, it was very heavy, and all of that. So, in terms of a style, I just prefer, that one. Hotmobile. Hi, Michael, and again, thank you very much in person for letting me know you know, you're the first to let me know. Then after you, there was a lot of other messages like, Gary, look at this. One of those awesome guys was Kratos here. I mean, here? No, here. I'm confused about the directions because different directions from my direction. This side. Yeah. Yeah, it's a muscle car. That makes sense. I mean, when it's said in those times, you know, it makes sense. I mean, and this is Batman when he started. So basically, he's like, well, I'm just gonna take the closest thing that I can get, you know. He doesn't know any better, so to speak, to take another car and just, you know, redo it. I don't think. I mean, this is just guessing basically, but maybe something like that's gonna happen. Yeah, as a car, it looks awesome. Yeah, it's gothic. Yeah, like Batman in that sense. Yeah, I know. That's how kind of how I feel. I mean, futuristic is not exactly the word that I would use, but I would say that I just need Batman, something that's like so unique that is not resembling any other car ever. And this is just resembling a Mustang or a, well, yeah, Mustang. I'm not sure if it's closer to anything else. It must be based on something like that, you know, something like this. Yes, a car like this. Well, yeah, Michael, you definitely were the first. And hi, Clayton. Hi. So happy, guys, that you're gathered here. So, so yeah, first thoughts about this first picture with the car from above. Uh, Again, it's cool, but it's the same with Batman. I mean, he looks so different from what we just saw with, you know, Ben Affleck. It's not like there's been like 10 years since we had the last Batman. It's been just like two, I think. And for us, it's not even though that. I mean, because we feel like it was yesterday when we saw Batman v Superman and Justice League, and it was like so close, you know, so soon. Hmm, never mind. His ears and abs are like on the stoplight and on the hood. No, sorry to bust your bubble, like romantic superhero bubble, Nikki, but that Batman has nothing to do with uh, you know, Batman and Ben Affleck played. That's totally different Batman. That's why I'm bummed about it, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry about that, bubble, but that's a Batman that first he is taking place. I mean, his story is taking place like at the 80s or I don't know when. So I don't know where they're going with this, you know, because if he were to cross with Wonder Woman, he's gonna be like a grandfather, or at least at the age of uh you know, Ben Affleck's Batman. Mm. Okay, so let's think about this picture a bit more because I have a lot more to say. So, again, guys, it looks like they are going for the functionality of it. I'm looking at the picture on the big screen now, by the way. Um, like totally seems like a car that's based on a muscle car, but it's still made in a workshop, you know, for Batman, obviously. Mm, and it's not very black. At least maybe it's because of the filter. It's totally because of the filter actually. It's just this kind of a setup. Yeah. Now I'm reading what you're saying. Yeah, meeting Wonder Woman in 1984. Well, that could happen. I mean, it could happen in general, but probably not gonna happen. Probably they're going to be like, ah, this is a standalone in another universe, and we're going to cross them if we want to. So maybe somebody can pull that Batman and throw it into the Wonder Woman DC current universe. Ah, maybe. That's just a thought. Yeah, I would also prefer if we were to see origin of that Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, even if somebody is playing him younger. At least you know that that's the same freaking Batman, you know? And now it's like, totally different Batman, yay! Okay, holding my fingers for the next movies, maybe we will see him grow into the buffed, fully equipped Knight of Darkness and Shadows. Well, I hope so. Joker movie, standalone, not connected to anything before or after it. Yeah, still mentioning names of Wayne family. Well, hi to you. Did I like the car or not? I like it. Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's just that um I just prefer, the Ben Affleck's car. Yeah. I mean, I understand that this is very according to the style of this movie. That doesn't mean that I cannot like more, the other car. Diesel? I think it's not a diesel. Uh, the concept Mercedes. Actually, yeah, I was thinking about that car as well. I mean, it crossed my mind that car because this is the second actually Bruce Ben Affleck's car in Batman v Superman, or yeah, it was just Justice League, I think. And as such, it's amazing car. It's just one of the most amazing concept cars I've ever seen. So I love that car. I really love it. I really like it. The design is very elegant, just flows so well. So many curves, like literally. It's awesome. But I was, of course, thinking about the main Batman car more, the main Batmobile. Mobile? Well, I'm thinking about mobile, like mobile phones, not not, mobile. But anyway, yeah, definitely referring to the main Batman, Ben Affleck, Batfleck car, which for me is the best Batmobile ever, like ever, hands down. But yeah, I know this is American muscle car. I mean, it's totally based on it, but it looks like it's made from scratch. It really does. Hey, Malik is here. Hi, Malik. Mm, yeah, Dodge Charger. I said Mustang, but yeah, okay, you all said Mustang. Yeah, it's big. Hmm. Well, I don't know. That's like too much into the details, but maybe they're gonna say when, when they're making the movie, they're gonna say, well, this is based on, this car or that car. Yeah, it definitely feels more like Batman. If you mean, the Ben Affleck's Batmobile. I'm rich, yeah. Well, that was awesome. Awesome line. I love that line from the movie. Because it freaking makes sense, and he had a very clever sense of humor in that situation. Well, actually, Bruce, that's the point. I mean, this is early Batman with his early car, and everything is like early, early, early in the first steps of Batman. He's just walking. He's just a baby now. New Batman. I drive this. Yes. No, he's actually not very ripped at all. I mean, I'm sure that there's gonna be a scene that, they're gonna show that he is, better looking than he usually is. But as far as I've seen, just before the movie starts shooting, he's just like okay looking, not even like a natural bodybuilder type of a thing. It's just like, okay. But for Batman, he's like, have you been even, even going to the gym? Have you been? Tell me. Tell me. or do you even live, bro? Do ya? So it's bad. It's bad. Okay. I mean, bodybuilding, Batman, levels, it's bad. He's not buff at all. Um, the best Bruce. Yeah, well, he's my favorite still. Hey, Kai Crimson. Well, I am like, as I said, very surprised that we even get this because the movie is not due to freaking 2021, as you know. So like, what is this? We've seen so many early stuff. But anyway, because I don't have like 500 minutes of time here, I have to get to the particular things that I really want to talk about those pictures that we haven't touched upon yet. Um, well, yeah, Clayton, like, duh, he does need to do that. Uh, growing Christian Bale, yeah, that growing was ridiculous. Never like that. And Christian Bale was, yeah, never my favorite. But that's totally another topic. Anyway, for me, the closest person that ever looked like Bruce Wayne and Batman, and it was big enough, that's Ben Affleck. Anyway, so Robert Pattinson here. What I notice about this costume, like immediately notice about this costume, is the chest and how it's done relative to the shoulders and to the waist. It's just that the chest looked like so small and narrow and just like, just like inverted in or something. And the shoulders look like they're not like this. They're like, eh. I mean, like, what the heck is that Batman? Batman should not be narrow. He should be like, eh, with a small waist and everything else, especially in his early years. I mean, why they feel the need to make the costume always so blocky, like super blocky? Why to not, slim down the waist like they should slim down the waist? I mean, this should be like, the slim as possible. No, everything looks like one big app, not apps. I have an app. I have a huge block of app. You have apps? I have an app. Oh, I have a plate. Yeah. Okay. I got carried away. So, yeah, next pic that I want to discuss is that here, the bigger one. So, oh, okay, sleepy. You have to hold it together. Oh, it says that I'm live right now. I mean, from right now, but I'm been live for 18 minutes. Anyway, I know he's wearing armor, but armor could be, actually following his figure, and if he is blocky, if his structure is screwed, I mean, if he has bad genetics, and if he is naturally blocky, okay, but he is not. So it's kind of ridiculous when his waist is going that way, because men are supposed to have triangular shape, of the back and body, and the whole thing to go like this way, like a tube. I hate it, that's why, well, we haven't seen that because it was in Bulgarian, but me and Kirill did the video, comparing some of the previous Batsuits and cows mostly. But the point is that where Val Kilmer was Batman, although there was these ridiculous bat nipples, and when George Clooney was Batman, again the ridiculous bat nipples, that's besides the point. The point was that the way that they made all those costumes, although they were counting as, armor, they look like rubber, but they count as some kind of armor, they still followed the male physique very, very awesomely. I mean, they even actually didn't have those bodies at all. The physique that was, made on the costume, I mean the costume itself, was better than their own physiques. And now it's the opposite, you know, the physique under the costume is at least more anatomically correct and, you know, a bit more slim and you can say defined than the physique on top. So I find that very unsuitable, so to speak, and not aesthetically pleasing, and definitely not according to how Batman usually is in the comic books, unless he is the older Batman on that comic book that basically, you know, Ben Affleck's Batman was based on. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but I also don't accept like, well, this is armor, so it should look like shit, you know. I'm sorry about the word. YouTube don't censor me. And somebody that also draws superheroes, you know, from time to time, you always get the figure right, no matter how many, you know, layers of armor there are. Even Greek armor, you know, follow the physique and all of that. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Um, Donuts. Well, that's more, you know, for Ben Affleck because he was in such a bad shape in Justice League. Um, yeah. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 Ivy, no. No, please, no. Historical plate armor. That was just, you know, example that armor could look number of different ways, even if, I mean, if they want to. Okay, so so this picture we see more the car itself and the engine, you know, the headlights, not the headlights, anyway, the lights. So it looks great from this angle, really. I mean, I like how wide it is. That's great. You don't really see a lot of the tires because it's so dark. I tried to make it a bit lighter, but still very much mushy. I mean, that's on purpose, of course, so we cannot see the detail. And now speaking about Batman, I just don't like how his cape is, you know, looking on his shoulders with that huge. I forgot the word for that once again. Um, but yeah, the cowl, the ears are too thin, and the cowl is too tight around his head. It looks like so well fitted that is basically squeezing his head. That's how it looks like. It's so tight around his head. It's just very small, minuscule Batman. It looks like very not menacing, not big, not threatening. I would say this is like Batman's little brother. I mean, he doesn't have a little brother. I'm just saying if he had and he tried like a mini version of his costume, I would imagine this is how it's going to look like. The color, yes. Every time I forget this every time. So yeah, I just hate how this color is looking because this is not exactly Batman Noir or Batman from that Elseworld story like Jack the Ripper stuff. This is supposed to be just Batman in the beginning, so I don't get the cowl and the collar. The other thing, now this picture here that is, you know, with the, you know, the engine and you see a lot more of it. Yeah, and the leather stitching and all of that, it just, ugh. I will never like this. I mean, I don't know. I just don't care how retro it is. Doesn't matter. I have to like it. You know, because like literally Val Kilmer's mask, I mean cowl, he had a lot, like at least three, I think, in the movies. But his classic one that's like fully black, that's the best freaking cowl because it has so many cool lines around the face. It makes the face amazing. I mean, he had very chiseled, very awesome jaw back then, and just it was going so awesomely around his face, and there are so many lines that just follow the head, and then from that you had the ears and they were longer and everything was so black and the rubber was very, you know, thick and just looked so powerful, and the neck was so thick and wide. Like, I like this, like this masculine strong look. That is how Batman should look. He should look like a ton of bricks, so to speak, mixed with very athletic black, you know, Greek god or something. With Zorro attached somewhere. Something like this. Slender Batman. Yeah, the new movie. Slender Batman. The Batman 2021. Dash. Slender Batman. Something like that. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ivy. Yeah, exactly what I said. Yeah, exactly what I said, basically. So yeah, you see the engine. Um, Even you see a bit of his so he has something like a GPS screen or something inside the wheel. It's so cool. It's really cool. But then you see something else. You see the costume, and here's where I have a huge problem with this costume. Like, so big that is even bigger than I can imagine. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut out the picture. I copied it first because I don't want to lose it. So I can show you exactly what I mean, because you will not be able to see it otherwise. Let me see if I can make that as big as possible, although it's gonna be beyond its original pixel size. Okay, so if we can just drop it here. Yeah. So here, what I don't like, and again, what I did mean when I said that he is blocky. He's not only blocky, but he is baggy, apparently. Okay, let me see. So, as I said, even the first reaction when they revealed, Robert Pattinson the first time in the suit, and you saw the chest and how it looked like, even then I said, well, they have to be careful with this design, because I did recall a Power Rangers design similar to this, that, the chest was like so pointy, it looked like a female brassiere, bra, whatever. And it's the same effect. It does not look good. This part here is like too wide, it's too triangular, like pointy and sharp. It just doesn't look good. And then the apps, like I've said, the apps, they're not like bad. I mean, they're not atomically correct. It's just a cool design. But in this case, the obliques, they're too blocky and too big again, because your human brain is saying, well, human obliques are a lot smaller, and then insert on the apps, and that is what it makes the whole aesthetic very balanced, and it gives you that shape, and that's where you instinctively know those are good genetics in the way that they insert in the apps, and if the apps are symmetric and all that. So the whole thing, well, it's so stylistic. And then you see the waist is just a huge block going down. It's even worse. So now it looks even more blockier, even more uh well, the opposite of aesthetic. And then we have this huge belt that's so heavy looking with so many things on it. I mean, it's not like tucked in somewhere to not see it. It's just all, you know, made so when he's walking or doing anything. And hi to Black Goy and Black Joker. And so many people came in. Hey guys. I'm just gonna finish my thoughts, and then I'm gonna look at your comments right away. So all of those things that they're so big when he's walking, they're gonna be in a way it's not very practical. His pants actually look too big, too fluffy, too like, what the heck is this? And his arms, it looks like he has sleeves or something. I don't know what this here is, but it looks like he literally has like Santa Claus sleeves. Santa Claus. Okay, Gary, calm down. So, this probably gonna look ton better, of course, when he's moving, but I had to point this out because it's just so obvious. It's exactly actually what I didn't want to see in a costume design. Exactly what I didn't want to see. I just want to see like more, like something, better, not this narrow looking Batman, like narrow in the shoulders but wide, down. That's not how uh male figure is, or Batman figure in that matter. So what the heck happened? Yeah, if a guy has big ass, that's also not good. Well, it's not too much armor, it's just the design of the armor, that's what I meant. It's a stylistic choice that's on purpose. That's all I want to say. That it's a bad stylistic choice. If I was a designer, and actually I am a designer of a lot of things, I would never do that. I mean, as well as, drawer, painter, an artist in general, never doing that. Yeah, even, you know what? Even the Iron Man suit, like any Iron Man suit for that matter, it's done like this. It's not done like this, like a huge, what's the word for that in English? Damn it, like oh, I forgot. Uh, the huge wooden thing that they keep beer in it, or wine, you know. Um, okay, let's say a big chunk of wood or something. So even the Iron Man suit, that's very hefty armor, is, is done like this. Even that, even the first costume, he always looks very slim in it. I mean, he's obviously very big in it because, the armor extends much beyond his actual body boundaries, but it's still made like this. And this is only like let's say Kevlar, whatever is it, that's made in a particular, form. And there's the other thing, because I'm watching some channels that, do a review of old armor, like ancient times armor, um, like Renaissance and all of that. I mean, a lot of periods. They also explain how different plates, when they're, in a different way. I mean, they're arranged in a different way. If one is behind another, that way when somebody tries to penetrate that or hit it, or I mean, it creates a very good resistance, and just the structure of those different parts make a big difference. So that could be also applied to his body and not make it fluffier, and that way he can feel a lot fatter when he moves in something that is so bulky. Because he knows ribs are here, but he feels that his armor is here, so he's like, eh. Oh boy. Anyway, let's see what you're saying, guys. Are you still seeing me? Because I'm buffering in my own stream here. Oh, look, it's Batman. Yeah. Yeah, he's wearing my dad's jumpsuit. Let's say. It's similar to Arkham suit, but still the Arkham suit is still done like in this way, where he's wide enough so the costume doesn't look like one big block of, and I mean, the differences in the shoulders. I mean, if you're going to do the waist, not that limitless, make the shoulders as wide as humanly possible, but he doesn't have this structure, and at least that, I mean, he doesn't seem like one of those guys that do not have any genetics for shoulders there, that they have naturally like narrow shoulders. He doesn't look like this, but the suit makes him look like this for some reason. It's just a freaking design. Yeah. Yep. Kick. Yes, kick. Big kick, yeah. Wow, I missed some stuff. Let me read. Let me read. Toys to children's got on Christmas. Yeah, that's not gonna be very, not going to be the best toys, I tell ya. Well, yeah, the Batmobile is more realistic, but do we really need realistic Batmobile when we have Batman? You know? Do we really? Because the cool thing about Batman is how futuristic gadgets and actually flying vehicles in the car that I mean in general that he can have. So what is the good thing if everything is like ordinary looking, you know? I mean, the only I will give it that. I mean, that this is first steps for Batman, so it totally makes sense that his first car is gonna be based on a muscle car or something that has a lot of power and could deliver, very like powerful burst of of speed, so to speak. So I totally get that. But then again, I also expect to have an upgrade from this that's gonna be like more, like Batmobile, something that you cannot make a mistake when you see on the streets, exactly like Ben Affleck's Batmobile was. When you see that, you're like, that's the Batmobile, and it does not look like any other car ever, and it's actually functional and drivable because they did create that car to be functional and drivable, so anybody can actually drive it, and it works. So that's amazing. Yeah, and it's very Mad Max. Yeah, absolutely. That's a very good point there. Hi to Los Galacticos. That's awesome name, by the way. So yeah, absolutely. You're very right there. You just nailed that. Very Mad Max. Vicky! Vicky will be better Batman. Vicky, if you guys probably don't, yeah, you don't know who Vicky is. Only the Bulgarians knows, but he is a Chauga folk singer, and yeah, it's very funny. How is Vicky looking these days? Because the last time I saw him, he had a very severe case of gyno, and that's due to the stuff that he takes, the hormones. So yeah, that's another topic. But yeah, if Vicky was not Vicky, maybe he's gonna do. Oh, so yeah, Chao and all of that music and all of the singers that do that, even the male singers, they're just like basically we don't count them for nothing because the music is the worst of the worst, and the culture that listen I mean the culture around it is just no culture, it's just the worst thing. Yeah, anyway, that's a long topic, but the point is that Vicky, no, I'm kidding. That this is how to say, it's cool, but at the same time I'm like, okay, I just want bigger, very badass Batman. At the same time I'm like, okay, but Robert Pattinson's a very good actor and Matt Reeves is a good director, so I can't help but be, very excited for this, and at the same time like super bummed out that I'm never gonna see Ben Affleck in the role, and I'm never gonna see continuation of that universe with him and the rest of, you know, the heroes. I mean, him together with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Henry Cavill as Superman. And by the way, that rumor that came out the other day that Henry Cavill could be Wolverine, and everybody were like, well, that's nonsense because it's just a rumor that a lot of very famous news outlets picked up and so on and just ran with it, but actually there is no like real proof for this. So when that came out, I saw a picture of him, of course, photoshopped, being Wolverine, and it looked pretty amazing. I was like, well, it's actually no brainer for him to be Wolverine because he looks like Wolverine. I mean, he looks like Superman. He's amazing as the Witcher, and he's the handsomest Witcher ever. Like, yeah. And he's gonna be the handsomest Wolverine if he could play that role. So he fits that. I mean, when he has the hair and the nails and the look, just like no brainer. Yeah, he definitely should be Wolverine. But if he actually becomes Wolverine, that's gonna be the last nail on the coffin of him ever becoming Superman. So I would not want that. I mean, the roles that I want to see him in so bad are definitely Superman and The Witcher at the moment. I don't want him to take a role that's gonna totally ruin his future as Superman any further than it already is. Yeah. Vicky for the Hulk? Yeah, if he can only growl all the time, sure. You have them too? I'm actually, yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, Bruce, but it was better done. It was just a better done. If you mean the tactical suit. I mean, he had a few suits. Now I can't really get to my keyboard here, but if I can only type, I mean, because the mic is here. Batman costume, but I do think that this is more similar to the tactical suit. Damn it. I can only somehow, yeah. Wait. Aha, yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay, let me see now. What picture is the best example? I don't really have a lot of time, so that's not very good resolution. Let me see another one. Oh yeah. There's a very cool hot toy. Oh, that just looks amazing. Okay, let me take that pic and bring it here. So this is the Ben Affleck's tactical suit. This is the hot toy of it, but still. So the differences here is that obviously he's because he's so wide in the shoulders, he's very well proportioned. Like, remember guys, proportion is the key in every physique, not only Batman's, but every physique. So we do have perfect ratios of stuff and how they're supposed to be looking like. So I'm not just, pulling this out of my personal taste. Is how things are supposed to be looking like. Yeah, bodies and perfect shapes and yeah. And he has a lot broader shoulders, a lot better proportioned chest relative to his shoulders and waist, and the abs are made in such a cool way with all the straps here that it because they're going like this, like a triangle, like they're kind of supposed to be going in this direction. He already looks triangular and more slim. And then we see that the pants are very fitted to him. We see that they're very thick. So you immediately know and understand that this is a very high level of protection without being too loose on the legs, like is in Robert Pattinson costume. And even though we have the additional padding, on the legs and the additional straps and knee pads, it still looks a hell of a lot cooler and hell of a lot like it's bulky, it's big, but it doesn't look like a big chunk of wood, uh, and so on. And just the neck is thick, the head is thick, and yeah, it's very awesome design. It's one of the best design. If I had this, I would cherish that figure I mean, if I had this figure as a figurine, I mean, in my collection of Batman figures, which I only have one now, thanks to Kiddo, I would just love that to death, this figure. So yeah, that's the difference because very good proportion and the rest of the parts as well, so that makes the whole costume look a lot slimmer and a lot better. Yeah. So that's it basically, guys, what I made my point with this awesome costume. I'm gonna remove it because it's not the point of it and it's not the topic, but yeah. Okay, reading the rest of your comments, guys, so if you have anything left, just say it right now or wait to the next stream. Scott Eastwood. Actually, Scott Eastwood. I like Scott Eastwood. He's cool. She-Hulk. That's fun. Yeah, it's definitely better. I mean, we can do like whole Batman suits comparison in a video if you like. I just love those stuff. I just love comparisons of suits. I'm just very geeky about those stuff and very designy like. I mean, my inner artist is just breaking away. My inner bodybuilder is also breaking away. So they're both like, coming out and talking with each other. It's a great discussion between intelligent personalities. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, Ivy. Exactly. Exactly. And hi, Willem, to you. But we have many other videos with me and Kirill. We did a lot yesterday. A lot of streams on my channel and Bulgarian videos on Superheroes Bulgaria channel. So you can check those out if you have not. See what's gonna happen tomorrow is Thursday. If any big news come out or not come out, we'll see. Also, James Bond is delayed because of the freaking, what virus. And I don't know how I can help you with that, Bruce. I basically don't know. I mean, I know some stuff, but not for a Batman costume. You have to have very advanced person that can build it with foam, especially for that. So I cannot help you with that, even if I wanted to. Um. Okay, okay. I do hope it's fine for everybody. So that is it. Sleep well and have a great rest of the week, guys. And take care. Mwah.